Greetings, sewing friends. So just wanted to catch up with what I'm doing. I must admit I am in a funny mood at the moment sewing wise. I have been struggling a little bit with indecision, and I'll fill you in on where I'm at. And in the meantime, I've been doing various other sewing projects, not really exciting things. But first of all, I just wanted to fill you in on, if you remember in my last video, I talked about making this dress Simplicity 8096. I'll put a picture of it up here. So this actually turned out quite well. Maybe the fabric, because it's a kind of a sundress, the fabric is probably not quite right. But I really I had the fabric and I didn't have a use for it, and I thought it was very pretty. So I thought, well, I'll go ahead and make it and just see how it comes out. I made a muslin for the bodice. Good girl. And the fit wasn't bad at all. I mean, it's got quite a few instructions on how to make it fit better. I did drop the bodice by, I think I've dropped it by 1 inch above the bust and 1 inch below. But bear in mind, I'm 5'8". But I didn't lengthen the skirt at all. And what's interesting is the skirt's quite long. And I haven't shared it partially because I haven't sort of really felt it's finished, but I think I need to sort of get over myself now and put it away. It's got two things that have been giving me question marks. One of them was the length. In these pictures I'll show you, you'll see that it's been, I don't know if you can actually see it, but it's been pinned up. And I liked that look, but the original style of the dress is kind of a bit more vintage looking, and it was below my knees. Now, I did drop the bodice by, I think, 1.5 inches or maybe 2 inches. I'd have to look at the pattern to say. So I have lengthened the dress, but what's interesting is that the skirt length was really long, and as I say, I'm quite tall, so if you make this dress, just be very careful if you're shorter than 5'8", that you get the skirt length right. You might not need to use as much fabric as you think you do if you make the skirt the right length for you. Anyway, so there was the problem with the length, so I pinned it up, I dithered around, should I cut some off the hem? And then I decided that I would just leave it, and yeah, so that was one problem. So I've just decided to leave it like that for now. And then interestingly, I came upon this little white cardigan that I had, and it was due to go to the charity shop because basically it was a nice little cardigan, but it didn't have it was a bit small across the hips, which is funny because I don't really have big hips, but it was kind of like almost triangular shape. And I had tried various things, cut slits in it and all, but it still didn't work. And I was going to get rid of it, and then I looked at it and I thought, oh, that would be a great cardigan to go with that dress. And so what I did was, I thought, well, what have I got to lose? I just cut it off at the waist and then just ran my overlock around it. I did really think about running it round with it so it would make a wavy hem, but to be honest, I'm still scared of my overlocker and haven't really worked out how to do that. But I'll get there. So white cardi actually goes really well with this dress, and the other problem with the dress is that it's got these straps. Now, I spent ages fiddling with these damn straps, trying to get them so that they would completely cover my bra straps. And I think in the picture that you see here in the garden, you'll see it. I think it does look like I've covered my bra straps. They're certainly covered at the back. But I had made the bodice muslin with a pretty supportive bra on to hold the girls up, and then I found that this blasted supportive bra it's quite big up here. So dithering again, I could either wear a less supportive bra, which doesn't give quite such a good shape and doesn't mean that my boobs quite fit where they should do in the dress, or I could buy myself a new bra. Haha. So I might go and do that. I might go and look. It's time I should look for some new bras for myself. So yeah, that's the saga of the Simplicity 8096. My mother-in-law's got a birthday coming up soon. She's going to be, she said, 21. Apparently her birthday's February the 29th, and actually she would be 84 4, I think, but she's only had 21 actual birthdays. I didn't know that, funnily enough. So she's going to have a party. So I thought, oh, well, I'm going to wear my Simplicity 8096 and my white cardie and call it, just see how that feels. So, yeah. Oh, another thing is I'll definitely make this dress again. But sundress wise, you do need to be a little bit careful in New Zealand because the sun, you know, we've got an ozone hole and the sun is very, very strong. Sunscreen on and you wear a dress, you probably, within 20 minutes, my shoulders would be burned. So it's a good idea to have a wrap or a cardigan or something if you're wearing a sundress. So it's no harm that I kind of feel that I'm going to end up having to wear that with this dress. After that dress, which hung up in my bedroom for ages, while, and I, you know, every night I go to bed and I'd think, oh, should I shorten it? Should I lengthen it? Maybe I should change the straps again. What am I going to do about the bra? I just, yeah, I'm just over it really at this point. Quarter pants are just about the uniform of older women in New Zealand. And the reason for that is, of course, that unless you've got absolutely great legs, you're probably not going to wear shorts and they're not probably suitable for work. I don't think they may work, but they're not that flattering and I don't like them anymore. And I thought, well, what could I do to these pants? Because I never give up on my clothes if there's something I can do to them. And I thought, you know what? I think what I might do is ankle length seems to be in. Not that I care that much about in or out, but I would like not to look dated. So I looked at these 3/4 pants I've got, and some of them here I managed were kind of just below my knees and some of them were a bit longer. So these are the 3/4 white pants in question. I find that these are rather comfortable and I only have a couple of pairs of white trousers, which of course are nice for the summer, but as you can see they're very much 3/4. They're quite a long 3/4 though, so what I'm going to do is take the hems down and hopefully that will make them more wearable. So this is a pair that I made longer by letting the hem down and putting some lace. So hopefully I'm not quite looking as dated, but yeah, I think they're right about the 3/4 pants. Time for them to be over in my wardrobe. Here's the other 2 pairs. As you can see, I cut the legs off just below the knee and then realised that wasn't enough, so I cut them again, and I'll show you what they look like when they're done, but I think if they're going to be shorts, this is probably going to be the most flattering length for me. Did the same also on these ones. These were just, they're kind of below the knee. Other things I've been doing, this top I'm wearing. Now, I'll just talk a little bit about this one because I'm making it for the Great Module Sew Along with Whitney and Carla from Stay Stitching, and I'll put the link to the Great Module Sew Along below. Now I looked at this idea of doing this Great Module Sew Along and I thought 6 garments, you've got to be joking. I can't sew that fast, and B, do I really need 6 more garments to go in my wardrobe? But I was kind of a little bit intrigued, as I say, with my new interest in fashion. I was a little bit intrigued to think, you know, what would it be like to actually try to sew things that work together? I've really not done that so far. I've just basically picked a pattern and sewn it up, and if it works, it works. Mostly it's been fine. But then when I thought about it, I thought, well, you know, I could renovate a few things that, because they said they weren't going to be very strict about it. I could upcycle this topper jacket that I mentioned in the last video that I've basically keep trying to make it work for me and it's still not working, but I think there's something else I can do to it. And I thought I could also, in doing those 3/4 pants, I did this pair, and what I did was took the hems down and then just put some, and then I found this fabric and I thought this would make a nice little blue top. This one is Quick Sew 3021. This is a really old pattern. I bought it in a charity shop. In fact, it's white paper. Look at it. I think I was only just about fitted into the size range, and if you see, I made the top and it should be short. It should be short like that. However, when will I ever learn? I absolutely must make a full bust adjustment on everything. Note to self, don't do this again. Now, so what I did was I made this top. I'll show you. And it's quite nice, but this part is cut on the bias, and because it's on the bias, it's actually sort of stretched out this way and it's gone shorter. So I've tried to fix it by, I only had a bit of fabric left, so I put this little peplum on, but you can see the problem, the peplum goes up. Also, it's a bit big across the shoulders, so I'm going to take in the back neck a little bit. Not sure how I can fix this, but I do actually quite like it, and I think it's probably worth a little bit more effort to try and get this right. So I'm going to put this in my module as a sew also, if I can get, so it'll give me the motivation to get it fixed. So yeah, adventures, eh? But remember, note to self, do a full bust adjustment. You need the extra width and length at the front. Duh. Yep, so what else have I been doing? Yes, so I've had a few, I never talk about the fabric that I get, and I think I should, because I do get some amazing fabric hauls. So in the Salvation Army, I got this one, which is so much I can hardly hold it up. See this? I wonder if you can see it. It's like a kind of a jersey. It's very drapey, and it almost looks like toweling, but it's not. It's jersey, and it's a lovely, excuse me, emerald green colour. Look how much I've got of it. 1.55 metres by 3.7 metres. That's a lot of jersey. $12, which is £6. Now, what I want to do with that is make this, is to make a jumpsuit. I never thought a jumpsuit would look right on me, but someone at work turned up in a jumpsuit and I really thought it looked great on her, and she said, oh, it was really cheap. And I went into the shop, Kmart, and bought this jumpsuit. I'll put a picture in, and I thought it actually looks pretty okay on me. So I've found a jumpsuit pattern that's free from the Great British Sewing Bee. It's from a sewing magazine. I'll put in where it was from. And so what I think I'll do, I might not do this right now, but this is my plan. I'm going to make a jumpsuit, but I'm going to make it, I'm going to look at the pattern, and I'm going to look at the jumpsuit that I own that fits me and try to work out if I can make something that really fits me well and feels as good as this one that I've bought. So wish me luck on that one. The next thing is, I was thinking about this. I have printed out the new Laundry Day tee with the full bust piece, and then I printed out the Canyon cardigan. I've been thinking about this piece of material, which I also got. So if I just show you, this is also a really drapey, thin knit. But I don't think I've got quite the, oh, hang on a minute. That one was $7, and it's 1.5 metres by 2.2 metres. If I can just show you that. So, but thinking about it, what I really think I want to make with this is a very sloppy jumper that's the sort of boat neck jumper that falls off your shoulder. So if you can think of a pattern that would work for that, please put it in the comments, because while it's nice to keep printing out patterns and sticking them together, I'm not getting anywhere with this project. And last night I thought, why are you fussing about this so much? Why do you want to make this now? Does it matter? Because it's probably too hot to wear it anyway. And I thought, oh, I know what it was. The reason I got all hung up on that. It's because my overlocker is threaded with white thread, and I just find it a bit daunting to rethread it. And I know that once I get into module sewing, I'm going to have to rethread my overlocker into dark thread. Oh, the head spaces I get into. Blimmin' stupid. So yeah, if you can think of a jumper pattern, please let me know. Something sort of sloppy, off the shouldery. So yeah. So in my next video, which won't take me too long because I'm working on this whole module thing, that will be about the module sew along. I'll hopefully will have one of the things that's out of my comfort zone is also part of my make 9 is to make some trousers. So I'm going to pick the easiest pair and make those, which will probably be like a Ponte pair. But I don't, to do this module so long, I don't have to buy fabric or anything, so I'm happy about that. I've got plenty of things. So yeah, getting on with that, quite excited about that. Right, so yep, I've talked about everything I meant to talk about, so that's a bit of a catch up for now. Talk to you again soon. Bye for now. Bye.